bitch with my brother. Flip the bitch with my brother. I flip that bitch. Got five for my brother. I'ma ride for my brother. Keep it real with my brother. Never lie to my brother. Never gonna lie. Never gonna lie to my brother. Put down my brothers. Yeah. Gotta keep praying for my mama. My mama keep praying for me. Praying I stay out these streets. It ain't safe for me. Pistol lay with me. Sister wanna lay me for a game, but that's the family.
As always, the Homeboy Hangout would like to thank our sponsors, Pete Graffiti and Crafty Creations by Lisa. Stay tuned, Homeboy Hangout.
And I want to start off every year with y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of how we start every year. So we might as well start every year so
That's
everybody
right.
still know that we still connected.
That's
You know,
right.
all that good stuff year in and year out.
That's right.
You know, but, last year I went through a lot of stuff in my life, a lot of different experiences from a father passing
Right.
to just different life, job type stuff.
Yeah.
Changed a couple of jobs here and there, experienced a lot of different things, man. You know, I also been studying black people. I also been studying white people.
Okay.
I also been studying religion, right? But not like book studying. I ain't been no book studying and nothing like that. But I just sit back in a lot of situations and I pay attention,
Right.
to what's going on and what people saying and how they acting, stuff like that.
Right.
And some of the questions that I have, I said, man, I'm gonna ask Kev because Kev been to church, way more than me, so you might have a different aspect or outlook on some of the stuff that I ain't gonna say questioning,
Okay.
but it's a lot of different Bibles, religions, faiths, beliefs. I don't even want to get into that because that ain't even, my thing. But one of my biggest things, man, like I had a real problem because I like to dance.
Right.
I like to hit the line dances from time to time and do my thing. I had a young lady that's religious. Babe tell me that she could no longer do line dances because unless you dancing for the Lord, and looked at me a certain kind of way because I'm doing line dances. And
Right.
what's your take on Cause you gotta help me get there.
Right. So, in my opinion,
That's what we're talking about.
my opinion, there's nothing wrong with dancing.
Right.
I mean, people dance in church.
Mm-hmm.
They're praising God, right? That's you in that setting, so you giving God praise in that setting, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're dancing for entertainment.
Right.
You're not dancing to harm anybody.
Right.
So, you can be in the world, but not of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing anything sinful. You're dancing.
But they act like dancing is a sin. They act like I'm going to hell.
Lying is a sin.
Because I like the line dance.
Lying is a sin.
Right.
Gossiping is a sin. So, did she gossip that week?
I don't even know, man. You know what I'm saying? I just, I pay attention to what people say to me and do to me. But once they're out of my sight, I don't really give it that much other thought or whatever until we get back together again.
Right.
Then I start talking about it, thinking about it, or something like that. But I was like, dang, man. And my reply to her was, God gave me 2 legs. In my mind, I'm doing some of the things that he created these legs to do.
Right.
But for her, girl, you probably got some outlook on. You probably know some people like that.
Well, not like that in a dancing situation, but to me, they even celebrated dance back in the Bible days.
Of course.
They drank wine, ate bread, fruit, all that stuff. They had this celebrations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They dance in the Bible, so if they did in the Bible, what's wrong with you doing that? Ain't like you out there stripping and stuff like that. You just having fun.
But if you stripping, it's never seen. I mean, I don't know. You pull that out. I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna ask this Kurt jumping in there. Somebody not your take. But I know everybody look down on people like stripping and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But is that a deathful sin to be cursed or something like that because they stripping? Because they told one lady also told me, if you're on your deathbed, you look up to Jesus, ask for forgiveness. He'll forgive you.
Yes.
So why are we ain't forgiving none of these people? Why are we treating these people worse than Jesus do?
Right. That's why the Bible also says your ways are not God's ways. Your thoughts are not God's thoughts.
Right.
So just imagine if God act like we act.
It'd be crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Honestly, for the little bitty things for the big things we think we did, in his eyes little, right? Mm-hmm. Or vice versa. But just imagine if God did us like people did us, man.
You're right about that.
So that's why one of the biggest thing I had to do in my life, man, is get over people.
Right.
Because you don't have a heaven or hell to put me
Nobody in.
You see what I'm saying? Because what you say may be a sin, I may not see it as a sin.
Yeah.
But what I see in you may be a sin, you may not see it as a sin.
Right.
So I feel like if we just mind our business, treat people right, be better than you were on yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That's my motto, man. Do better than you did on yesterday.
Yeah.
It's not our problem to judge people either.
But people judge people.
But that's what I'm saying. People don't do that.
But
you know, when I say people, when they try to judge people, run other people down, they miserable themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, you said a lot of that.
Yeah,
now, I done lost friends to the church. Mm-hmm. You know, say like, you know, I don't go to church like that. Everybody who know me know that. Doesn't mean a lot of good person.
You left high school when Queen was
right. I've probably been a few times since I left high school. Most of them times I'll be with y'all.
Right.
But I've lost friends to the church, and what I mean by that is once they start going to church and they say they found Christ,
right,
then they feel like they can only hang out with what they see as their Christly friends.
Okay.
But they can't really hang out with the people that ain't going to church or not doing Christly things. And I always thought that if my homie got close to Christ, then it's part of his job to encourage me to come close to whatever, even though I fight it and say, no,
right,
why stop talking to me? Like, what a dope boy go to church at?
Right.
They look at the bad people. They still get an opportunity to go to church. You get better?
You gotta let your light shine. Like, you know, okay, one day you may say, hey, man, I want what he got. Mm-hmm. But see, he's not mistreating you. He's not looking down on you. See, I look at that just like you look at a man that's on the street that may be unfortunate, right? Mm-hmm. He may have missed the mark. Right. You notice I ain't call him a bum. You notice I ain't call him a nobody, because that's God's child as well, right? Just like you. Mm-hmm. So just because, see, what we got to understand, man, is a relationship with Christ. Right. It's not predicated on what Tim think or what Kurt think. It's the relationship between me and Christ. Yeah. You know, so think about the way we look at people on the street and we say, oh, he's the least of them. He's nothing. What if God said that about you?
You're right about that.
But that's the one he's going to pick, though.
Yeah. You know, my mama used to ask me, like when I first left and went to college, and after I graduated, she said, hey, won't you think about coming and speaking for Youth Hour? Mm-hmm. I said, nah, I can't do that, Mom. She said, why? I said, because a lot of grown folk that I respect in the church going to be mad. Yeah. She was like, what you mean? The grown folk that, you know, you respect them, why they going to be mad? I said, because I'm probably not going to spend the time talking to the youth. I'm going to spend my time talking to the grown folk that pass by the kid with his pants hanging down. Instead of saying, encouraging him to do better, they go to the other church person or whomever and talk about the dude. Right. Yeah. You know, so-and-so, son? Right. I don't so-and-so, son. Right. Tell the fellow why not do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I never. But we're going to get off of that. But, you know, I could be on that for hours. But we're going to leave it alone, man. Okay. I'm going to jump on black people. Okay. Black people. Us. That's us. I've been studying. Black people we accuse white people of treating us bad. Mm-hmm. In a lot of cases, they have. Uh-huh. In a lot of cases, they still do. In some cases, they don't now. Right. Right? But we will tear our brothers down worse or quicker than a white person will sometimes. Right. I.e. a lot of jealousy. Like we were talking about a while ago. Yep. You know, I can't let Kevin is getting higher than me in the entertainment business that we started together. Mm-hmm. You know, so why would I want to assist Kevin and getting Kevin bigger in this entertainment thing? Now me, I won't try to get Kevin bigger because that's the homie. Right. Or even if he's not the homie, I want to see somebody do well. Right. Yeah. Right. But we as black people say, oh, you done got too big for me. And some of us, sometimes we get the big head and we done got too big or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think people think that? Why do you think that?
I think it's just like, just generations and stuff like that growing up. Like, we never thought we didn't think we was average, privileged enough to have certain things. Right. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, when we had the Black Wall Streets and all that stuff like that, we was rich. We had our own stuff. Look how fast they tore it down. You know, they took that from us, and then it's just like in the 70s, they bought the WIC and all that stuff.
Right.
We started getting on that, and child support, all that stuff.
Right.
It affects most of us.
Right.
I'm not saying it supports, but and that's the way to keep us down. Like they want to take the black man out the black
At the house.
Out the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Out the house.
and that's why it was a thing about single moms raising kids and stuff like that because the father was locked up or doing his thing or whatever like that.
Right.
I think that when that process started, they started bringing us down because I'm not saying a woman can't leave the house, but I'm just saying the black man is not there to certify to make that foundation stronger in the house for the most part.
Well, anytime you take the man or the woman out of the house, you know, the house is weaker.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
And
so
and that's what a lot of people know. So they be like, we'll just keep doing this because it's working. It's keeping us down, keeping us from being what we need to be or what we can be.
right.
Because if you get a bunch of us together, black people, with all our ideas, creations, and stuff like that, we'll be unstoppable.
Right.
We will be unstoppable.
And people, that scares people.
It does.
That scares
I'm
people.
glad you said that. I'm coming back to
Yeah.
that. That's
You know,
good.
I want you to like hold your thought.
Yeah, I got you.
But I'm gonna keep it like small. Like let's say let's say you start your own elaborate computer company. You know, and some of the things that I've studied and paid attention to with some people, they walk into and black folk, they walk into your computer company because they want to come and support you because you're black.
Yeah.
Right. But when they come in for their business with you, they look for the negative things to point out that you offer or cannot offer. And then they go tell other people about the negative stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't they come in, even if they see the negative stuff, say, Curtis, you know, if you can change this, I can help you change this.
Right.
Or just tell everybody about the positives.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, don't tear the brother down if you see some shortcoming.
Right.
Help him out. And I don't feel like, and you know, I'm not in the Caucasian culture, other than, you know, men, you know, blending with work and stuff like that.
Right.
But I feel like they don't do that. They don't tear each other down. For example, you have Shannon Sharp, right? You got the coach from Michigan.
Yep.
They kind of screwed up sideways.
Right.
You got Epstein, and a couple other guys that did all the, you know, child stuff and the sexual assault stuff, right? We, black people, we talk about the black people. Man, he was wrong. He should have done that.
Yeah.
Should have done that. White people say, oh, he did it. And that's the last you hear about it.
Right.
But we will continue to pull Puffy down.
They don't fuel the negativity.
Yeah.
If anything, they will protect the integrity of the person. Who was that? Peterson. Remember the guy Peterson? They said he killed his wife. I think in Durham, right?
One of Durham, yeah.
Don't you know his neighbor bought his house so it would not go into foreclosure? And then when he got out, gifted him his house.
And he killed his wife.
That's what alleged. That's what
Allegedly.
But he didn't. He went to jail and then he got out. So or whatever. But that's the thing I'm talking about, man. Like we look at certain things instead of saying, okay, if this young man has a business, how can I assist him? You let him make one mistake. Use a restaurant for an example. You go there and the service is not like you, right? And you know they up and coming. You know that server, she's trying.
Right.
We'll go to Facebook. Instead of saying, hey, I understand what you got going on. Hey, I used to be in service. How can I assist you? We want to go and tear the business down.
Right.
It was the individual that was slow.
Right.
It was the cook that didn't get the food right.
Right.
But you tear down the owner of the business.
Right.
That's what we have to stop doing.
And that's what I say too. I've been in a situation a couple of times this year at least. You got new people working, restaurant or whatever, and you know, you can tell they're nervous and so they keep apologizing. I'm like, don't apologize. I understand where you've been. I was there one time before.
Right.
So I know it's hard when you start a job like this, especially dealing with money, and dealing with people, especially food and stuff. People be tripping. So I say, take your time, do what you want to.
Right.
I'm not gonna get mad, and I still leave a tip.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean,
I'm in the tipping business, you know what I'm saying? So I'm self-employed, you know, and I give you a service. I give you a haircut, right? I'm obligated to get what I charge.
Right.
The tip is appreciated. if you desire to give me a tip, I would definitely appreciate it. But what I'm worthy of is what I charge.
Right.
Now, if my service is good, I think that'll reflect in your tip. I have some people that don't tip at all. But am I upset? No, I'm not upset because you paid me for my service.
So let me ask you this, since you said that.
Okay.
Are you a barber worthy of only what you charge? Or do you feel like you're worthy of more than what you charge because you provide a service that I'm going to say other basic barbers don't provide?
Exactly. I think I'm worthy of more than what I charge because understand the dynamic of a barber and of a barber shop. First of all, it's the country club of black men and all men, right? Because the barber shop is a place where some men only have a voice. A lot of men don't have a voice at home, don't have a voice at work, but he can come to the barber shop, watching sports, talk about the game, talk about whatever we talk about in the barber shop, and he can be himself. Right? He get in that chair, I'm talking to him. I done seen times when brothers pour out to me. Like I've given advice, we done talked brothers off ledges. A lot of women got a lot of less knocks across their head because the barber talked him out of doing something crazy. And that actually happened in this barbershop. You know? So I think I'm worthy of way more than what I charge. But I look at it as a part of my ministry too, man, because I get to pour in to men.
Right.
I get to pour into men.
And that happens even without being inside of the church.
Of course.
You know, that type help. You know, old man told me, he said, and you said what you said about talking to men when they come. He said the difference in the bar and the barbershop is the liquor. Ain't no other difference other than the liquor. The men go there. Sometimes they go look for women, but they come to the barbershop to get fresh to go look for women.
That's right.
You know, they go to the bar to have a drink, but not really. They go to the bar to have people to socialize with and talk to. And talk about stuff too. You know,
he get a chance to be. It's like even when a woman goes to the salon, she go in one way and come out another way. A man comes into a barbershop looking busted and disgusted sometime, come out fresh. He looking at me like, whoa, man, I got it in me now. I can go, you know?
Because you come out fresh, and then, you know, you got to talk to people, your peers, about certain stuff.
That's right.
Non-judgmental. You're not going to be judged, because everybody been through it pretty much.
That's right.
So then you be like, oh, man, I feel good. Get off my
And
that's what people don't understand about men, especially men. We get mentally tired too. We need somebody to talk to.
Man, we get mentally tired. We get mentally tired all the time.
Come on.
But nobody sees it.
And we don't have nobody
to
talk
to. Be strong guy and just do whatever because y'all men. Y'all supposed to take it.
We're supposed to take it.
They don't. We need to talk to somebody too sometimes.
Right.
And that's what the barbershops and stuff.
The barbershop, the bar, all that stuff. You know, a woman should be happy to hear her man say, I want to go hang out with the boys.
Come on, man.
For a little bit.
Right.
You know, they look at it as if he hanging out with the boys, he don't want to spend time with me, or he want to go do what they did when they were younger.
Right.
A lot of times we just sounding boys for each other.
That's it.
Yeah.
We just sounding boys because you might talk me out of get in the car cussing my wife out because you know she take the trash bag out the trash can and saw it was full.
Right.
You know, but yeah, they just don't look at it that way.
I often say, being that we encourage, being that we take on, being that we listen, we provide solutions, we make sure everybody's good.
Right.
Not saying that our women don't.
Right.
But the man want to make sure the peace and everything is good. Who encouraged the encourager?
That's a heavy question.
Come on, man.
Who encourages?
Who encouraged the encourager?
There's got to be his homies that got his back. There's got to be that daddy that they say the only person that really wants to see you succeed in your life is your father. Yeah. That's a lie, because I want to see you succeed too.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, who motivates the motivator? Who encourages the encourager?
That's deep. That's a question.
It really is.
That's really deep.
I asked a pastor that one time. His mother died, and I just texted him to check up on me. And he said, man, thank you.
Yep.
You know, people don't really do that to me, for me.
Right.
You know, but they expect him to be the father of his whole congregation.
Yep.
You know, and not not ever feel anything because he's deemed the closest one to God. You know, we get treated the same way as men. They act like we shouldn't feel anything, but in reality, we feel it all. We just don't put it out in the air. You know what we feel.
But that's where I think we go wrong at. We don't talk. This right here, what we're doing right now, this room should be packed.
We need to do that next.
You understand? And it's going to be packed. I'm gonna fill you in on that too. Okay. But we need to talk because, okay, prime example, this guy last week, I believe, that killed the teacher, Ravenscross, right?
Wow.
Who knew what was going through that brother's mind? But from the history and the record that they provided, he had a history of violence, right? They saying he was schizo and all this good stuff, but who did he talk to?
He may not have had nobody to talk to, kid. He may not have had nobody to talk to.
That's why, you know, you have somebody like that, you definitely got to listen. You know, you might think, well, he's just playing, but you never know. He could be like, maybe want to kill somebody or whatever, or hurt somebody, and you just need somebody to talk to. Then you turn him away, he be like, nobody cares.
Bro,
so I'm just going to let him do it.
It's way more unhealthy people, mentally and physically, in the world than there are healthy people. You know, everybody got some type of issues, even me. You know, sometimes we go through it. And like you said, if you ain't got nobody to talk to, it stay on you. It weigh on you until you get rid of it.
Whole lot.
You know, I heard a fella say, I was talking to, you know, because I have phone conversations sometimes about people coming on the Homeboy Hangout and whatnot. And he said, bro, you know, a man is probably unhealthy. I mean, he's probably done with the marriage or done with the relationship probably years before he finally decides that ain't nothing else he can do and he wants to walk away. You know, woman, he say women, they're so emotional and temperamental, they feel it right away. You know, and they start voicing their opinions and problems and let's find some solutions. But men come and we take it. You know, and then we never say nothing, you know, stuff like that. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Curtis now. Because, you know, I treat y'all like brothers, whether y'all know it or not. So
we treat you like brothers.
Anytime I see somebody taking pictures or photography, right, I say, hey, I got a homie. You know, I bet you his pictures are going to be better than the ones that you're taking. You know, I'm not talking about the ones that you're taking, but I know my guy. My guy going to take better pictures. So the young lady say, show me his pictures. And okay. You know, I went, oh, let me go, boom, boom, boom. Bam, right there. And she was scrolling, and she was like, these are some nice pictures. So my next question to you, Curtis, is, do you ever get this? She said, is your friend a white photographer? I said, nah. He light-skinned fellow with a big head.
Close to white, but go ahead.
She said, well, why? In his photographs, his complexions are light complexion. When are you going to add some more complexion to the shoots?
Good question.
And I came back with, well, that's probably the only people that want to get their pictures taken. You know, but that's my question to you, Kurt. And do you ever experience that question from people?
Yeah, I do. You know, but I tell them, you know, it's about the lighting and stuff. And some people don't. I try to do what the clients say. You know, some people say I don't want to look too dark skinned, so I had to bring it up a little bit, the tone and stuff of the skin and stuff like that. It's just the fact of what people want. Because, you know, like Kevin, since he's a darker brother,
wait a minute.
I might tone it up just a little bit. And make sure you can see, especially all he got on all that black on.
But I think the young lady was referring more of
white people.
You got the white guys and you ain't got many black guys.
But you know what I mean? They the ones that want to pay.
The white girls ready to pay.
The other ones,
I respect that.
The black women don't want to pay something. They don't like that. Want something for free.
Oh man. So, not my sisters.
But I mean, some of them do pay. But you know, just like
But what you're saying is more of the Caucasian females are willing to pay for photographs, less of the African American females.
Are you targeting African Americans?
I'm targeting everybody. It don't matter. I don't discriminate. You know, I mean, I have shot lesbian couples and all that stuff. I don't care.
I wonder why that is. I wonder why African American females, is it that our ladies don't view themselves as beautiful enough?
Well,
Or do they say they don't want to take, any exquisite photos because they feel like themselves mean more to them?
but a lot of them they
Oh, that might be the reason why.
Yeah. And a lot of ones see on my page, they like my repeat customers. I've worked with them for years. So, they repeat. They just want to do all the work for them and stuff like that. But even like I said, I do have some black clients and stuff, black women and stuff I work with, but they be like, well, I don't want you to post nothing because, my job and, all this stuff like that. So, so I got to respect what the client wants.
But man, you open up a can of worms for me. Because I've been sitting back in my study that I've been doing, of the black folk, white folk, religion, all that stuff. You say the black women, sometimes they might take secret photos, but they don't want you to post them because of their job.
Yeah.
That leads me into this. I can mess up at my job, I'm going to get fired. A person that does not look like me can have a similar mess up or even more of a mess up.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get fired.
Yeah.
And I walk away at work so I don't get fired, trying to keep stuff hidden. Like me, I only wear black or gray to work. I might fancy the sneakers up, but I don't want nobody to cast no judgment of me.
Yeah.
And then say Tim is this, Tim is that. Why we have to do that? I mean, you ain't got to do that because you got your own. You do your own thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kurt probably got to do it. I know I do it whether I have to or not, but I feel like I have to.
But people say all the time, I don't understand this. As African Americans, we just can't be good. We have to be great.
Right.
But why do we have to be great? We already great. So, but why, when we in the workspace or in the business or in the companies or whatever, we can't just be Tim, Kevin, Curtis?
Right.
Why do you have to be or put on just to appease them so they won't look at you different? And even though I am self-employed, entrepreneur, but I try to keep a smooth atmosphere because I don't know who's coming through that door, right?
Right.
But I always maintain who Kevin is. But that's a good question. Why do we have to be great?
I don't know, man. I love black people, I love white people, I love Hispanic people. I love all people.
Right.
And sometimes, people hear like they gonna hear all the stuff we talking about. When they hear me say I love black people, people automatically feel like you don't like white people. No. Or if I love white people, they automatically feel like you don't like black people.
Yeah.
But that's not the case because I love one, doesn't mean I hate the other.
Right.
I love all people, but I just feel like we sometimes get put to a different test.
Yeah.
And we might be way above the test that we're being put to, in forms if it's a challenge. Yeah. But we still get those same tests.
But I love who I am.
Yeah, me too.
I know you love you, and you love you, but it's like, it's tough, man, and I see it a lot. And I really tip my hat off to you guys who have to go into that company every day and fight for your position, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. And see, you said something else deep right there. A lot of times people feel like when you say fight for your position, you're talking about your title at work. It ain't about the title at work. It's about who you are as a person.
Right.
That's your position. Right. And you got to fight for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to hold a little bit up the back.
And I think that's why a lot of, especially our kids and stuff, grandkids, a lot of us don't have nothing to lead to them, like businesses and stuff like that. We don't have no $1 million corporations. Most of us don't.
That, right.
So our grandkids and kids have to work as hard as we do just to maintain. We just can't say, I got this $1 million company over there, I'm going to leave it to you. For you to run when you get to a certain age and stuff like that. It don't work like that. Right. Because we never was shown the way to do that from the beginning. So, what we learned now, you barber, you being football and all the other stuff you do, photography and all that, computers, we learned that as ourselves. So we got to show our kids, our grandkids, that because nobody else is not going to show them.
Right.
Good point, though. So, all right, and you called out the different titles or whatever. So, where we are now, did we see that 20 years ago?
A football coach?
Right.
I thought Tim would be in the NFL. To tell you the truth.
Well, I thought that was my first thing in the NFL. But I remember 12th grade, the teacher, Miss Sainer, she said, "What you want to be when you grow up?" I was like, "Football coach."
Right.
Yeah. She was like, at that time, you can't go to school to be a football coach.
Right.
Look at me, I'm a football coach.
Right.
You know.
But I saw it. I saw the technical side of you back in the day.
Right.
Definitely the sports in you.
Right.
And I always knew either you can be in the NFL, either be a good coach.
Right.
But something dealing with health and sports.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what you're doing.
Right. Right.
And of course, me is like, man, I wanted to be a teacher in the beginning.
Bro, you've been the same your whole life.
But what I'm saying, I wanted to be a teacher. I was in project teaching, all that good stuff, right? In school, right?
Yeah.
But barbering was my passion.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, everybody else going to college, I'm going too. But that wasn't my path. That wasn't what God had for me. It was like, I've been doing what I'm doing for so long.
Bro, you had your path.
Yeah.
You, like you said, you saw what you saw in me and knew kind of what I was going to become.
Yeah.
Kurt was the first one with the camera, with the computer, with all that stuff. So
Bike week.
That's it. Yeah, bike week. We got them same shoes for y'all. Hey, Kurt,
I'm a changed man.
I'm quiet now. I'm quiet. Don't bring that up. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny because we've been together for so long, I guess we've seen more of each other than other people had. But Kev, you started cutting hair at 12. Yeah. You started throwing house parties at 16.
Yeah.
Kurt got, you
got footage on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you do too.
We got to keep him close.
Keep him close. He has all the dirt.
All in a safe.
He has all the dirt. But yeah, man.
That's true though, man.
Yeah, you've been doing it. And now you're still throwing parties. And, you're entrepreneur now. The entrepreneur, you're all enjoying because barbering is basically entrepreneurship. But you've been doing that since you was 12 and always been good at it, man.
But I'm proud of you guys, though, man. I'm going to tell y'all to your face, man. I'm proud of you guys.
I'm proud of everybody, man. All of us, we have made it, man. Yeah. And, people doubted us.
I ain't made it yet, Kurt. I'm still going. I ain't made it yet.
I mean, I'm saying, but you made it far than what people gave you.
You ain't slept in with a master's degree.
Yeah,
how many degrees you got, man?
Bro, I got 2 degrees.
2 degrees.
I got a bachelor's and a master's, and I still deal with people looking at me like I ain't got nothing.
But
people treat me like I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
You always keep that road too, like you ain't got nothing, because we know you got plenty of money.
No, we know
the tightest lid on the nigga.
Bro, how can you say that?
Look at that doghouse in the back. Like
What did he just say?
I got a 2003 pickup truck.
I got
He talking about what you got. We talking about the money you got.
2013 Dodge, whatever that is.
That's 2.
And the Dodge Charger is a 2012.
That's 3.
Okay.
And a motorcycle.
And you don't know how to pay it.
So hey, Kurt.
And then,
hey, Kurt, this brother just pulled up. It wasn't a 2025 or 26. Brand new, black. All man. black wheels, shined up, tinted windows.
Man.
The rearview mirror even tinted. And he talking about he got that paper.
No. Tim probably got a Nike shoebox right now. Full of 20s. From high school. I know he do. And Kurt do too. Kurt is tight.
Kurt tight.
Go to the doghouse in the backyard.
Right, like Frank Lucas.
Yeah,
Kurt tight.
That's where the money
Hey, bro, you remember that night we was at the Chinese restaurant?
Do I?
Hey, first of all, we pull up. We pull up to the Chinese joint. Everybody agree that we going in.
Oh, man.
Kurt don't say nothing. We get out. Kurt, where you going? Man, I'm going across the street to McDonald's.
Brought the McDonald's food back to the Chinese bar.
Brought the McDonald's food back to the
We about to
Chinese
get kicked
restaurant.
out. Oh my God.
Talk about tight. That fella tight.
Kurt is tight.
He didn't want to break a 10 to go in the club that night. He called me outside the club for $2 more to make his $5 $7 instead of breaking his $10 bill.
Yeah.
I like everybody.
I need to keep that 10. I need to keep a hold.
You teach your daughter to be tight like that?
Well,
yeah. That's what got all the money.
She broke you out of being tight.
Yeah, she got your money.
Yeah, she has. She get a lot more than what, most I've spent out. She get a lot more. So
Yeah.
But kids and grandkids, they break you. Even my dad, she get him. My dad do stuff that I ain't think she would do.
Oh yeah.
Your dad was tight.
Daughter, so
Big
that's where Kurt get it from.
Yeah, Big Kurt was tight.
So them grandkids, they put it out of you.
Hey kid, if We stopped by Kurt's house to go to the club or go out somewhere.
Oh my God!
And Kurt had to ask for some money. How long did it take us to leave?
45 minutes. We done watched the whole episode of the Jeffersons. Archie Bunker, somebody. Kurt still trying to get $25. I'm like, let's go.
We done the Kurt.
The game has started, man. It's a Wisconsin. Kurt, get the boy some money. He had to win 2 fingers in my couple. We need money for him.
Hey, bro.
Man, those were the days, man.
Good days.
Yeah,
man.
those were the days, man. But that's part of the reason that we are doing and how we're moving and doing some stuff now, man.
Because we had to earn our stuff. We won't get into it. Like me, I had a Chevette. My first car was a Chevette, and my dad fixed up.
Hot boy on the racetrack.
But that Chevette got us around a lot of places.
You talking about?
Yeah, we all had.
Tim had the yellow. I've got
Station wagon.
Yeah, the station wagon.
Yellow station wagon. Toyota Corolla.
Yes,
Sport edition station wagon.
With the house speakers in the
With the
back.
house speakers in the back. Yeah.
You had a system though, Tim.
Yeah, she was a bang. She was a bang, man.
And Kevin had the ESP.
EXP.
Falling
When the
down.
seat wouldn't sit up.
Yeah, prop the seat up in the back.
Yeah.
But we got around though.
Yes,
we got
sir.
around.
Yes,
sir.
And we learned a lot of stuff from down there, man. You know, I
time.
just left from down there, and my wife was like, we was riding through, and she was like, man, I just hate this. And I said, what you talking about? She was like, all the things that look so good when we was growing up don't look good anymore. The houses are getting covered by bushes.
Yep.
You know, we went down Lover's
God,
Lane.
Lover's Lane.
And Grandma Rachel's house is gone. You know, and I'm like, dang. Now, you know, you never thought, I don't know, you just don't think about stuff being gone and stuff being run down that you want. So,
Right.
but is it our fault? Because we leave or we left and others like us leave and left and don't really go back and participate?
Somewhat.
I don't think it's our fault. I think it's like the support from the community. They even go down there and do something, like fix up a house or something. Who's gonna rent it out or who's gonna keep it up while we're not there,
right?
and stuff like that. So even go do a business down there, are we gonna get support? Like
that's a valid point too.
Because we still got to keep a budget with like what's down and like the price wise.
Yeah.
But we also got to maintain a business mindset too. We got to pay bills and stuff like that.
Yes.
We got to make sure everybody else paid. But
So you don't think you could win if you go back home and take a business?
it depends on what kind of business it is. Now, maybe a nice restaurant, maybe. I think maybe an arcade, something like that. You know, where they go and play games and stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Something like that. Because I mean, only thing I got down there is the what you call it? The sweepstakes place. Really.
Oh, really?
So you got a sweepstakes place down there? I didn't know that.
So the old Family Dollar store.
Where I go home now, I just go home.
Yeah.
You know.
So, but I mean, if that's why Jimmy and his, Sean.
Yeah.
That's why I said I hope it succeeds because I want to see them brothers succeed.
Yeah.
I want to see them.
Brothers barbecue.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
might
And then like you got Tico,
Congratulations,
and what's his name? The barber.
Oh, Horace.
Horace, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
You gotta have
I like to see
Shout out
them
to
brothers
Horace,
succeed,
yeah.
man.
You gotta have barbershop
Yeah.
now. You
Definitely.
Barbershop on stage.
Definitely.
I want to see everybody succeed, man. You know, even like Akeem and all them with the catering and all that stuff like that. You know, hey man, do you, man? You know.
Yeah.
But it starts with support, though.
Yeah.
None of those businesses you named would survive if we didn't support.
Yeah.
Like even with Didi, you know, he got, Tipsy Pal, I think it's in Robinsonville.
Robinsonville, yeah.
But then you had the one in Murfreesboro, of course. So, like, those guys, man, they're doing it. And I see the drive. I see the go. And definitely in Didi, man. Shout out to you, man, because you be grinding.
Yeah.
All his life he
Well,
been
he
grinding.
always been a hustler.
Derek Freeman. He don't like to call Didi. Derek Freeman.
His name ain't Derek.
He is a free
Derek
man.
Freeman.
No, his name is Lil Derek.
He is a free man.
And now he don't like Lil Derek.
Yeah, but shout out to you, man.
And we were supposed to get together last time we all go on the podcast last year for your birthday.
Yeah.
So since I gotta cancel my flight and stuff to Las Vegas, because somebody said we was going to Vegas for your birthday.
Yes.
So I went ahead and booked everything.
Yeah.
And
No, don't count. You canceled already?
Well, you said you having a party.
Oh yeah, definitely March 7th. So
Yeah,
we try to get everybody together. We need to do something that weekend.
Yeah, I like it.
For real.
And what
Take
Dion,
off, man, because you
March 7th.
what Dion say? I got time today.
You got time.
You know what I'm saying? I got time today.
March 7th is gonna be the actual
What day is it
birthday
on?
celebration. It's on a Saturday.
Oh man, I ain't got to take no day off. I'm working on Saturday.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, we good.
Yeah,
We
we'll
good.
get up.
You see, you're going to be busy that whole morning, so we're going to have to get something
No. Kevin ain't working that day. I'm taking off.
But this is what we'll do. All the homies, right?
Yep.
We'll invite all the homies to where we can get them to, and we'll have like a small homeboy hangout pre-party.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
We'll have some, little food, little drinks.
Let's do it.
Everybody had a good time, and we just all be in the joint vibing.
Yes.
And talking. That's originally when I created the homeboy hangout. That was my ideal for it. Like not like podcast interview. I evolved to that because I had to.
Right.
Without being able to get a lot of people together.
Right.
But any opportunity I can get everybody together, a bunch of people that want to be on.
Yeah.
And then we did James Mitchell, Jake's Grace.
Yeah, Jake's Grace. Shout out to James Mitchell.
Where's
He's up here. He's up here, man. His food is good too. We got good food.
We got a lot of people doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We got Terrence Clark.
Yeah, T. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know he was working on something with the a food truck or something he was working on. I'm not for sure exactly what it was, but T always been dope, man.
You got Terrence Grant?
Yep.
Yeah, cuz.
We got
yes.
Vibes
Kitchen, man. Man. Shout out to Cuz. Cuz throw the dopest tailgating party that Carolina Panthers ever had, man. So shout out to you, man. Keep up the good
I bet y'all didn't even know, and I was embarrassed to find out that Trinette, our cousin, has a podcast.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
So
I only know. I only talk to like I used to.
Her son has just written books.
Yes.
Her youngest son has just written books, children's books.
Yeah.
But when she sent me that, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you subscribe to my, podcast channel?" And she was like, "As long as you subscribe to mine." And I was like, "What? You got what?" So I look it up, and I'm thinking like she just started. No, she's got a whole Rolodex of stuff that's already in there. Like talking about grant writing, all kinds of stuff. So we doing phenomenal things out of Northampton County High School East.
Shout out to Cuz.
A lot of times we just don't know what each other's doing, like Jimmy and them. I'm just really hearing about Jimmy and the rest of them.
Yes.
I'm just really hearing about
I taste the food. Everybody I heard come out and say the food is good, it's on point. So like I said, shout out to them. I want to make sure they succeed and
they family too.
Yeah.
So
I'm rooting for the whole 252. Anybody that come out of 252, man, it's like it's always a connection. I don't care where I am, man. I could be on a plane. I was in Vegas. Looked up, dude from a high school. I'm like, oh snap.
Right.
It's just like 252 is strong, man. North Carolina is strong.
Strong.
Definitely Rich Square.
255 is stronger, than you think.
Yes, it is.
I just changed jobs this year and went over to a different high school to coach football. And I met all the coaches, and unless you bring up the 2-5, you feel like people ain't really don't know where you're from or that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting in the room with 3 people, and not including myself. That's from the 2-5.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's instant relationship building. But this is gonna take me to another thing. Kev, you've been in the most fights out of all 3 of us.
Say what? What are you talking about? What fight?
I just remember if somebody's fighting, you know what I'm saying? You've been the most out of all 3 of us.
Man, it's been so long since I've been in the fight. Well, I don't even know how to fight.
Right. But
Yes,
at what age, and I know it's been so long, but at what age in your mind, or even our minds, or a person that's like that mind, do you say, I can't fight for every little thing?
Right.
Fighting at the thing. I can't only show that I'm a man by saying I'm gonna beat somebody's ass or I'm gonna fight somebody. How old was you when you decided like it's a different approach I can take to this?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I got to the point where I got in my career and I knew that this is a game changer,
you got more to lose.
I got too much to lose.
Yeah. Right.
Then, when you become a parent, man, you really should be like, this boy watching me.
Yeah.
And then being what I do, man, all these kids in the community watching me, man, like, them days is, woo! Yeah. I want to say, Tim, it had to be in my 20s, man. Fighting is like, that's not me.
When you left home, you kind of stopped thinking about it. It didn't even cross your mind.
I was in survival mode, man. Fighting it was not. Now, if I had to, then okay.
Yeah, but you ain't.
That's not my first go-to.
No, I'm not saying when you decide you can't protect yourself, or when you decide, hey man, I'm gonna run from this guy just so I don't have to fight. I
Right.
know all of us.
Right.
If you got to, you got to.
That's right.
But you know, some people
That'll be your last option.
Yeah,
Has
some
to be.
people their first resort is, I'm gonna beat him up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat her up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull that girl weed. You know, and in my mind, I was like, man, I only been in one fight, 2 fights
Mm-hmm.
in my entire life. Neither one of those were caused by me.
Right.
So it was a fight or flight, situation.
Right.
But at the end of them, I'm like, man, I gotta stop hanging with these people.
Yes.
Because they put me in a position I don't want to be in.
Yeah.
Man.
You know?
And that's what I try to tell the kids now.
Yeah.
My kids, grandkids, whatever, nephews. Y'all gotta be careful who y'all hang around because they might say they're your friend, but you'll go down with them real quick if you don't pay attention.
Right.
Hold on. You keep saying you got grandkids, man.
I ain't got grandkids.
Oh, you keep saying grandkids. I'm
Y'all
talking
got
like.
He relates to his
got-
mom.
I know you do. I'm over looking like.
I'm talking about like
Okay,
overall.
all right.
Like, when I was growing up,
So my little man got busy. I ain't know.
when I was growing up, Mama always said, your last option is fighting.
Yes.
You try to talk your way out of it, and then you try to walk away. They keep coming behind you, and you back into a corner, then you fight.
Right.
Yeah.
The fighting is not your first thing you should
Right.
do.
Right.
That's what I try to tell the kids now. It's not about somebody saying something to you. And words don't hurt you.
Right.
It's just something. They put their hands on you, that's different.
That's different.
But just calling you a name or something like that, and then you go want to fight and shoot and all that stuff, what's the deal? It ain't going to change now.
Man, you said you had a shooter there like we fought. Our generation
Yeah, we didn't have no like
fought each other.
Right.
You made me mad or you pushed me, we went to fighting. Now, you push somebody, their first reaction is either grab that thing out of their back pocket or let me go to the car.
Yep.
And that's, to me, like, are we raising a bunch of sissies?
Mm.
Yeah.
Are we raising a bunch of guys that don't want to be stand up on business and be men because you got to resort to the thing that you know will equalize the situation instead of going ahead and saying, hey, let's get this on. Let's fight. Yeah. Okay, dog, we fought. Because a lot of people you fought growing up, y'all was homies the next day.
They are afraid of fighting. They're afraid of losing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
That's
what
what
I'm
it
talking
is.
about.
And I never understood how you can get in a disagreement with someone and y'all arguing and y'all become in each other's space, right? And now it's a fight. You can't defend yourself with your knuckles. You got to go get a gun.
Right, man.
But he's ready to fight you.
Right, and it's about you and him right now. Mano y mano.
Yeah.
Where did the mano y mano stuff go?
I think most of it like social media. Because we didn't have social media like that growing up. Now you see all these wannabe rappers and these wannabe thugs and stuff like that. Then you see them shooting and holding up guns and stuff like that. Why you got to advertise you got a gun and all that stuff like that? It don't matter.
And they're recording everything.
Yeah. That's what
I never seen a person can literally get beat halfway to death and you are recording.
Yeah.
You're not trying to help.
Yeah.
You're not trying to eliminate it. You just it's
just-
crazy to me,
And
man.
just like it's a thing on Facebook where people actually record hood fights and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I'm like, you know how bad they make us look as a race?
I see one called 252 hood fights.
Yeah.
What?
Yes,
It's
sir.
crazy.
252 hood
Yeah.
fights.
It's crazy. I'm like, y'all.
Somebody know?
No, I don't even look at it, man. I like stuff like that, man. I don't look at it because it changes my peace.
It does.
And I think so much more about people than, to see people fighting. Like, I don't do it. Going back to what we talked about earlier when, black brothers tearing black brothers down.
Mhm.
I won't even watch the P. Diddy documentary.
Yeah.
I still ain't watched it.
Like, why 50 had to do that? He don't need no more money.
Yeah. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I looked at the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, cool. What's the point now?
Bro, 50 don't need no more money. He don't need no more fame. You know what I'm saying? So why, this man already tore down, why tear him down some more?
But that's what it's designed for. Think about it. They, and I'm talking about those, the powers that be, okay, whoever they may be, they don't have to physically tear us down. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because all they gotta do is, look, let Tim think Kurt is getting more than him.
Yeah.
And
Right.
watch what Tim do.
Right. Now, just like you just said that, when Puff started getting in trouble, or they started to identify what he was doing as some sort of trouble,
Right.
but the same thing happened in the Playboy Mansion and all that, and he was glorified. know, for that type thing. But with Puff, when it started hitting the fan, right? Why didn't some of his brothers that are putting him on blast say, hey, we're going to go in and try to help mend the situation?
Right.
Chances are it would have never made the entire line of day that it made because that's what happens the other way. You know? And they would have helped to come out on the positive side of it. Or he would have been in jail as long as he was in jail.
Right.
And they would have figured out a different way.
Right.
Because Puff didn't party by himself.
Right.
He didn't do the things by himself. It was more people than what was participating. You know, but all those other names just ran away because they
them same people got
quiet.
quiet
With him.
Yeah.
Help him out in the situation. Help him go through it. If it's something you feel like you need to change, help him change it.
But they're not going to do that because that mess their brain up too.
And then where your true friends at?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you're my friend, right, you're my brother, and I see that you're destroying yourself while destroying someone else's life,
right.
I'm saying, Tim, man, I can't be a part of this. And you really shouldn't do this. I'm going to tell you, bro. Now, I'm going to tell you, bro, you shouldn't do this.
Right.
And I don't support that. Now, whether you stop, that's on you. But I'm going to disconnect myself from that.
Right.
But I told you, you shouldn't do this.
You got to, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's like.
Hold on, Queen thing.
Yeah, boy. I mean, you funny. But that's like saying, you know, your homie get ready to go rob the store.
Right.
You said, bro, I ain't going to rob no store. You shouldn't go either.
Right.
You know, now he decided to say, well, bro, I'm going. I'm getting out the car.
Yeah.
You know, because you're going to do that.
What Trey say? Let me out.
Let me out. You know, he get ready to do something wrong.
I know.
You know?
Can't do it, man.
And see, that's one thing about when our generation coming up with us. See, we didn't have to worry about that because, we family. Our mothers knew each other and all that, you know,
right.
family, aunts, everybody.
Right.
It was like a village. Because I could do nothing bad. Queen saw it, she going to mom or whatever.
Right. Everybody telling everybody.
Cameron only went away with stuff because of Doc was sweet.
Yeah, he don't away with stuff.
Yeah,
Aunt Rachel told everything.
She sitting in that window.
She sitting in the window, she saw everything. I'm like, oh my God.
So yeah, I mean, we just had people watching out for us. Like, you know how many times I came and said, well, I saw the boys uptown doing this or whatever. My mom come to me and said, what was y'all doing uptown? I get all these questions. Somebody saw you doing this. Right. So they don't have that now. These kids out running neighborhoods, then you look at these people, you got kids breaking in cars 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and stuff like, where the parents at?
Different time, man.
Where y'all out in
the parents at?
Yeah.
This time of night.
Life so young.
What are you doing outside at 2 o'clock in the morning at 15?
Yeah. So, man, I couldn't get out of the house at 1 o'clock. I had been out there.
Every now and then, you got to hold the parent accountable.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. I get it.
But
I know
that's
these kids are slick, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You got to do something because, it's going to get worse and worse before it get better. If, something ain't done.
Right. Mom and daddy ain't going to hold themselves accountable. A lot of them will, but nowadays, a lot of moms and dads, like I sit back and, like, my grandson plays AAU football. And when I go to games, like, they have no idea, but I know who I am. I'm just there as a grandpa.
Right.
They, don't know that I coach football, have been for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen to parents. They need to put my son in.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, And then they going to tell me out loud which one their son is, right? Then their son go in the game and make the same mistake that the other kid made.
Yeah.
Right? But there's no negative talk about their son.
Right.
They ain't gonna, like me, I say, Jay, you out there screwing up. Coach, you need to take him out. If he can't get it right, take him out, put somebody else in.
Yeah.
But today's parent would say, let my son stay in and mess up just to not let nobody else play.
Yeah.
He better than my son, but my son was born playing.
Right.
It's the world is kind of taking a different turn and a different spin. Like I like Cody playing ball, but sometimes AAU, man, I'm like, I wish he didn't have to play it.
Yeah, man. Their parents fighting.
Yeah.
Shooting.
That's what I'm about to say.
Stupid, man.
It's different now. I mean, I'm like, why are y'all putting the kids in that predicament? Because they just trying to play sports and enjoy life. Y'all messing it up for them.
Bro, he went down to Florida to a football team. He made the All-Star team. They went down to Florida. One of the coaches on the other team got shot.
Wow. That's crazy.
While they you know, also think supposed to be one of the best things. You know, kudos to everybody that made the coach, everybody. And a coach gets shot at the All-Star game.
Yes.
Like, what is it coming to, man? Like, we ain't got to have that kind of disagree over sports.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It is. It's really crazy. But
Wow.
you know, we gonna have to change some things and do something to make it a little bit different in the world. You
That's
know,
terrible.
some stuff we ain't got no control over, can't change, but some stuff too far gone.
That's terrible.
Yeah, you know, I think sometimes that rub off on the kids too, because you hear those parents out there being aggressive like that and stuff, and the kid be like, well, my mom and dad, they can do that, so
I'm doing it too.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's about leadership and how you lead, you know, because like Kevin said earlier, you know, when you got kids and stuff looking at you, you got to try to be the best of yourself to be a positive role model to those kids.
Yeah, some parents don't care about
Yeah,
me.
they don't care. I mean, it's just about,
the role model.
well, you keep my son from getting to the NFL potentially, you know, he can't play in the NBA and all that stuff. I need this NIL money and all that stuff like that.
That's the real reason right there. You want
Yeah,
NIL.
that's
money.
the real reason.
So-
So since you brought, you know, football back into this thing, what y'all think about how they treat you?
I always say it from the beginning, man. I say, you know, that coach, I knew one of them had to go, him or Shador, because he was not doing giving his full potential. It's like he was trying to block him from being successful, man. I'm just like, man, he's way better than that, man. The way you treat him, man. I mean, even when he was successful, you know, he never gave him no hope, no courage. Even when he messed up, no hope, no courage. Just like, oh, well, he'll just start next week. We'll see how it goes. You know, like that.
So where did that dislike come from? Did it come from him not liking his dad?
Yeah, I think
Or
most
did
of
it come from him not liking Shador? Did he think he was too flashy? Like, I don't care about none of that. I'm just like, the man is on the roster now.
Mm-hmm.
Give him an opportunity.
Right.
But see, I think what it was, he wanted the coach's pick. The owner wanted Shador
Yeah,
to be picked.
right.
Right.
So the coach said, it's a slap in my face because this is not the player I wanted
Mm-hmm.
at that pick. I was overruled. So that's not my player.
But bro, Cleveland crazy anyway.
Yeah.
They had how many quarterbacks? They had Flacco, Watson, Gabriel, Shador, and another kid. Like what team has 5 quarterbacks? 2 that they drafted in the same year NFL draft.
Yeah.
You know, they spend bukus of money on quarterbacks that they don't even use.
He refused to play, man.
Right.
He's like, nope.
I heard one influencer say that Shador was the most powerful black man in America since Barack Obama. He said, and I was listening, I did what y'all did. I was like, get ready to change the channel, but let me focus up.
Yeah.
Let me see what else you got to say.
Yeah.
My man say, when the last time you heard the aunties caring about football?
Mm-hmm.
The man got the #1 jersey, says I ain't
Yes, sir.
suited up to play a game yet.
It's hard to get that jersey, I heard.
Yeah.
The world is hating on him. Half the world is hating on him.
Mm-hmm.
The other half is supporting him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think they hate him because he doesn't need what most of us need.
Yeah.
To be in the position he's in.
Yeah.
You know,
But
like
he's been groomed from small to be.
Like for me, if I go to the league, I'm gonna go because I love ball. But I'm really going because I'm gonna get this money.
Yeah.
He don't need that.
He was already flashing.
He already
Come
got,
for money.
yeah, he already got the money. He come for money. So he doesn't need that. You know, so he doesn't have to act a certain way to appease people. He works from his own self-worth. You know, like pay me the least. I don't really care. I gotta be good.
Yeah.
Because I got money. That's not the vibe. And that's the other thing, Kev. He's a good guy.
I think that's because he's real respectful.
Why good guy?
Buying cars for people.
Yeah, even if you
Even $1,000 tip at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Going to visit.
Even those
sick and
reporters,
shut-in kids.
even those reporters test him, asking them stupid questions. He still calm, mellow, answer questions just like,
Right.
you know, he never get upset like that. He's just like, okay, I'm going to pray about it. You know, God, this, God, you know, that's what he do.
They hate him because they can't get him to act like
Yeah,
no
and
other
that's
kids.
what it
They
is.
act
That's
up.
what it is.
And what I see with that is, that's a great reflection of his upbringing and his parents.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it all to Dion. His mom played the part. His parents, his support system, his village.
Yeah.
Think about it, man. All right, cool. He could have been like what your boy Johnny Manziel, like, show me the money.
Bro.
He could have been like that. He could have been, he could have been, and guess what? We would have got right behind him.
They treat him worse for acting like he act. And Johnny Manziel, I remember one time he ran across the field, grabbed the crowd, gave everybody a middle finger.
Yeah.
And people still loved on him.
Mm-hmm.
They treat the man as a good guy.
Yeah.
That's working hard. That's keeping his head down, doing his thing. He do this when he get a big play.
Yeah.
What really does that bother? I mean, T.O. ran, scored a touchdown, pull a sharp out, roll it, hey, did all kind of things.
Yeah.
LeBron go get power, throw it up.
Yeah.
But this man say, and it's a big issue.
Yeah.
Like, they scrutinized Deion. Deion left Jackson State.
Yeah.
You know, we did, as a people.
We did.
We did. We said, hey, man, thought you was going to be here forever. You lied to us. Now, my man said, I like it. He don't see no reason to leave from here. It's like you like it right here in this facility that you
Right.
here in.
Right.
All your customers feel like you're going to be here forever.
Right.
Well, they get you a building 2 miles down the street for 50% cheaper rent.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
You going to be mad at me?
Listen. Growth, expansion comes. Growth, when that stuff visits you, bro, you gotta make a move.
You got to make a move.
Like, for instance, what you doing right now and what you doing right now. If an opportunity come where you can make more money across town, you can make more money doing what you love to do across town.
Right.
You
go
over there and impact those kids' life over there.
Right.
You go over there and change that network over there. And come on, man.
Right. And see that, and they gonna be mad at me, or like there was Deion for leaving and going somewhere else. But the bigger picture is Deion took several coaches that had no other opportunity on that level with him. Right. So not only did he affect the kids at Jackson State, he affected those coaches' lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And now when he goes over to Colorado State, that's another 150 kids that he can affect.
Yeah.
You know, so it's growth, but the crab in the barrel mentality wants him to stay here, only for us, never do anything else, don't help anybody else survive and thrive. You know, I don't know, man.
And I think he opened up the way for a lot of more coaches like Mike Vick and all them.
Yes.
I think
Jackson, all them guys.
Hey, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But he opened up the door.
Yeah. That's what I'm
This
saying.
is why I don't like it, right? Because you were a great NFL player or a great celebrity, does that mean you were a great football coach?
I ain't said that part.
Because to me, you know, I don't have no name when it comes to the big name people. In fact, I'm around people all the time that name drop. I know this person, I know that person. I would never name drop with the people I know because it's not important to me who I know. It's important to me what we got to do together and grow from there. You know, so I feel like a lot of the celebrity coaches that get hired is also making it harder for a person like myself, you know, that may be ready for the next level, the next step. But we're going to try this guy next. We're going to try Tariq Hill because he played in the league and he was good at football. So let's bring him to be the head coach. And he may not even be a good head coach at all.
You have to look at the impact that someone like Deion, yourself, myself, Kurt, anybody, right? You can look at the impact that they bring and what they left. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're here, you got this established, you built this up, you brought these people here, and now, okay, God said, well, I'm going to put you over here, Tim. You see what I'm saying? So I look at that. That's what happened with Deion.
Right.
He came to Jackson State. He built it up, along with the people, and he got all this, the new field and all this good stuff, right? But look at the conditions he came to Jackson State. Look at the conditions that they were in. But now, school's in a better position. A coach that was coaching on his staff is the head coach.
And doing a great job.
And
he suggested that guy be the head coach. You know, I heard somebody else say, we were good before Deion got here. And that's what I call a hater.
Always.
That's what I call a hater. But out of all the celebrity hires, bro, I see the Mike Vick hire as the one that makes the most sense. You know, as the best hire. And I say that because he's Virginia. He went to Virginia Tech. Not where he grew up at, but he's still Virginia. He came back to a home area, his community, to be the head coach of a school, not just any school, HBCU.
That's right.
Now, if he grows and becomes the head coach at Virginia Tech, or those HBCU people at Norfolk State, they'll act the same way that they acted with Deion,
probably not.
The Jackson State. You know what I'm saying?
You never know.
You never know.
Never know.
You never know, bro. You never know.
But that goes back to like the support system too, because when Deion, he went to Colorado, like why you leaving the HBCU to go to a white school and make all this money?
Right.
But, you know, hey, the man got to look out for himself. He got
Pressure.
family to the back.
Yeah, the first thing they say is, well, he ain't need no money.
Yeah.
Well, how much did he spend at Jackson State?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Of his
own money.
Of his own money.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so maybe
They
I gotta
go
go
recoup that
now.
back.
Yeah.
You gotta go recoup.
They don't look at that part.
Need to get that back.
They looking at, oh, he just running out because he get more money. But like I said, I don't need the money.
Yeah, they look at it for, you know, what hurt them or what they feel like hurt them. You know, they know the atmosphere gonna change. They want to be a part of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, they were so afraid that TC wasn't gonna do a good job.
Exactly.
And he's been doing a great
job.
Yeah.
You know.
I look at that, what Dion did is like, with my life, like, I want to be able to leave an impact. Because when it's all said and done, you want to say, man, I remember him as boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the good things. Not, oh, he brought this drama. You know, look at what he did.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what I talk about all the time, man. Like, even with, you know, when we're born, that's that number.
Right.
Now that dash, that's what Dion living. He living out his dash. That's what we're doing right now. We're living our dash. Cause them 4 sets, that 4th digit is coming.
Living the dash.
Living the dash, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Enjoy, Dion. Shoot.
That's what I say too, bro. I ain't got no.
I can't hate on that man.
No.
Yeah, I got no kind of hate for him and anybody doing what they want to do, what they believe is right for them.
But, yeah, but just like me, you know, I'm not a Houston Texans fan, but my team's not out. So now I'm going to support Houston Texans because they got a black coach.
Who the Houston Texans?
DeMarco Ryans.
You know, I don't
He's played linebacker.
I don't hardly watch it.
And they got a black quarterback too, so of
For
course.
real, you still college?
I'm a college guy. Who they quarterback at Houston?
I'm not saying shit,
You
George.
about to say you're doing mine.
CJ Stroud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, CJ Stroud.
So what y'all think about the new college playoff system?
I kind of like it.
Me too.
Yeah, it was some
He
good
good.
games, real good games.
I like it.
Except for the Alabama
Season a
game.
little bit too.
Extend the season.
Except for the Alabama game, they got a track meet ran on them.
Yeah. They did, man. I was like, oh my god.
I mean,
Indiana probably gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah, I think so. Miami gonna have to bring the A, B, C, D.
Well, they say
E, F, all the
Miami
games.
tough, man. Like I wish, you know, people look at Michael Irvin, how he be acting on the sideline, and they be like, man, he get dog on the sideline, man. Like he crazy, man. I wish I had somebody supporting me.
Yeah.
Like Michael Irvin supports the Hurricane.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, don't talk about what I just called. Get your butt in my corner and let's go to fight together and enjoy this thing. Because that type of support and positivity leads to so much more positivity.
Yeah.
You know, but when you got support that's got to be negative first, then positive, you know, it's an ebb and flow. And you always have an ebb and flow instead of consistent positivity.
Right.
And that's one thing about Michael Irvin. He just gonna be him if you like it.
I love it.
And then that goes to the team too.
You know, sometimes it make me wonder about his past.
Yeah.
But I still love it.
Yeah.
I still love it.
Oh, Mike got that energy though, boy.
Yeah, you do, man. That joker still ripped up.
Yeah, Mike cut up. Boy, look at Mike.
Yeah, man. He cut up like, oh, get out, man.
That's dope, man.
But, hey, man, what, Kurt, is your boss older than you or younger than you?
Older.
So how would you feel, like, if you was a boss at the same job, right? And they hired, okay, let's say your boss, there's a level above her, right? How would you feel, how do you think your boss would feel if they hired you from under her and put you over her?
Well, it's kind of hard to say where I'm at now because I'm an IT, she's accountant. But see, when I started, they didn't have an IT department. So they put me on the accounting department as my department.
Right.
So I can't really go above her because I don't know nothing about accounting.
Right.
So where I'm at now, I'm pretty much stuck there.
Right.
You know. But
so does she know about IT?
A little bit.
A little bit.
From what I told her. And,
so you taught her about IT.
Yeah.
And she was willing to listen and let you teach.
Yeah.
Huh. That's dope that she did that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
because a lot of times,
I told her I'm stuck there as long as she's stuck there. That's what I feel.
A lot of times, you know, the boss manages departments they don't know a lot about.
Yeah.
Nor will they allow the people underneath them to teach them anything because they got to act like they know. Or got to figure, they want to do it their way no matter what the person who knows about it.
Yeah.
You know, like I can really make life easier for you, but you won't let me. You won't let me make life easier for you.
And she like that. She said, Curtis, show me or tell me how to do it if I'm not there or something. She said, tell me how to do this, how to fix this or whatever like that. And she'll do it.
That's a dope
So,
relationship.
yeah.
She told me to get out of her own way.
I don't have a problem with her like anything like that. So.
Yeah, somebody asked me that kind of question because my dynamics in football, my head coach, which is my boss, I ain't got no problem saying my boss, he used to be a position coach, you know, when I was a coordinator.
Okay.
So 4 or 5 years later, he becomes a head coach. You know, so I become his offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
And the other head coach he was under becomes his defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, people try to play the scenario of, oh, they ain't going to be able to get along.
Yeah.
Because he was a head coach, now he the head coach. He was just this, now he that. I have no problem letting somebody be the boss.
Right.
If they the boss.
Yeah. Right.
Because I can only act like who I'm supposed to act like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's something that is going on that I don't like and can't deal with, then I have to make a decision of whether I'm going to hit the road, Jack, or I'm going to stay. Yeah. But I'm not going to, you know, be disgruntled just because he's the boss. Mm-hmm. And what I like about my boss is he will quickly say, I need you to show me that.
Right.
And I'm going to learn it.
Right.
They're going to be better at it.
Right.
And I say, brother, let's do it because if you're better at it and I get better at it, we better at it together.
And it benefits overall everybody.
Right. Everybody gets better. Everything gets better.
I always say I don't have to be the captain, man. As long as I'm on the boat with you.
But a lot of people don't have to be the captain. A lot of people say they don't want to be the captain, but sometimes they really do.
Yeah, they do.
And then if they're not the captain, they got to make sure everybody knows that they own the boat. You know, if the color's white, they got to put the red on. You know what I'm saying?
You just got to blend, man.
It's just people like that out there. You know?
You got to blend, man.
I love my boss. I ain't going to talk about my boss.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, mine too, boys.
Not on this camera anyway.
No.
I'm a little smaller than that.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
A little smaller than that, man. But Kev, I know you got to hit the road. You know, you trying to get out of here, man.
Yeah, man. I had to make sure I get a chance to rap with my boys.
Yeah, we're going to have to sit back. We're going to have to do it again.
Yeah, we have to circle back, you know.
Yeah.
We calling out all of the guys. I'm not going to drop any names. But you in the 252, you come from the 252, and you connected to this circle. Come on, man. Let's get together and do the real homeboy hangout.
Because, you know,
Tim said we could pick a location, pick a date. Let's just make it happen. And then let's support Tim.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Share, subscribe. Homeboy hangout. He's doing an excellent job, man. And it started from the mud. So, and what we're talking about are things that we started out with. Things that we're doing now. So definitely support them. Support them.
And also, this can be an outlet for what we said, mental.
That's right.
For men.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for men.
Yes.
Because this feels good, you know, just to talk about stuff and not be judged.
Yes.
Or not be talked about negative.
That's right.
And even though, like, we know we on camera.
Yeah.
But we ain't really thought about
Yeah.
the camera. We just rapping and talking.
Because, I mean, it's just like natural. Because we've been on each other forever. So it's just like, this is our vibe. This is how we do.
And you feel that stress relief just like you feel it the cameras were.
I mean, like I said, it's a lot of guys that when that circle grew up. We got Rob Bone up here.
Yeah.
So, you know, all of us like grew up. You know, Rob was a little bit older than us, but we looked up to him for some certain stuff growing up. And, you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, we just need to come together and just.
Yeah, you know, one discussion I want to have, man, one time with some Rich Square cats is, did it feel different growing up uptown as opposed to on the outskirts? You know what I'm saying? Quinn, I don't want to let me go nowhere.
Dig Harmony Road.
Dig Harmony Road.
Lover's Lane.
Yeah, Lover's Lane. I told Felicia if I start a bar in Greensboro, it's going to be named Lover's Lane.
Lover's Lane.
That'll work.
That'll be dope, man.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah.
That's where the name Big Jones came from.
Big Jones.
Rolling wheels.
Well, you done lost some weight now.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
Little Jones.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That's why he got rid of Big Papa. Slim Papa now.
Slim Papa.
He got that green for about 20 years.
Yes. And health, man. You wanna, you know, brothers, take care of yourself. That's all I can say.
So it had nothing to
Take
do
care
with the
of
fact that you meeting all these celebrities and you on stage and talking on the mic and concerts and all. It had nothing to do with you losing the weight.
Yeah,
You said your wife and your health.
That play a part too, man. You want to put yourself in a position when you see yourself away. You want to look at yourself like, man, I want a difference.
That's still true.
I want to change.
Please click the subscribe button on your screen and stay tuned for future Homeboy Hangout episodes coming up.